Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of the live-action adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm pretty excited. I thought episode 1 was decent. You know, it was an okay start, and I've heard that it gets better from episode 1, so I'm pretty excited to keep going. This one looks like we're going to be visiting Kyoshi Island, which I'm pretty excited about, to see the Kyoshi warriors. Suki is one of my favorite characters from the original show, so I'm pretty pumped to check it out. Before we do that though, if you end up enjoying this reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more of this show. And then if you're interested in seeing the full uncut version of this reaction, consider checking out my Patreon or YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. Your support over there would mean the world. But other than that, let's jump into another episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender. The Fire Nation ships do be looking pretty solid.
The notebook didn't find the Avatar. You did. Your notebook may have been useful in collecting your thoughts, but your unceasing effort is what led you to the Avatar.
He ran! He's a coward!
I don't know about that.
I'm sorry. That was... What a line delivery. Holy cow.
We won't know until we find him.
And I will find him. I'm still the heir to the throne. That's gotta mean something.
How many places can there be for an Avatar to hide?
7 specific places.
If the world is gonna have any chance, it's gonna need Aang. And you're right. We do have a duty, and it's to protect the Avatar.
Protect him? You want to protect him, the guy who nearly blew us off the top of this mountain.
Yes. He's 11.
Before I met him, I couldn't bend enough water to fill a thimble. And now look what I can do. And that's after a single day.
Yeah, that wasn't... I mean, well, it was from his advice, but still. It wasn't like she was channeling his power or anything. Is that Momo? Momo, are you in that bag? Oh yeah, Momo's in that bag for sure.
Hey! That's our food!
What is that? A winged lemur! What's this?
Was that not in your bag before?
My dear
It's how
Katara,
a waterbend.
this scroll has been passed down among the waterbenders of our tribe for generations.
Let's go. R.I.P. Gyatso.
Goodbye, Gyatso. I'm sorry.
Visually, looks real good.
You want to join us, Mama?
Yeah.
There she is. Giant scary lady.
Kyoshi's the GOAT.
Aang! Watch out!
Hey!
You are trespassing on sacred ground. Stop! You're making a mistake. He's the Avatar. Ridiculous. There would have been signs if he was the Avatar.
Is this the sign? I think that counts as a sign.
That might be a sign.
We're not a threat.
Maybe not, but the next visitors might be. We can't start making exceptions.
We're not just any visitors. He's the Avatar.
According to you. And a few reflections of a
And-
statue.
Yeah, okay.
If I can learn to be the Avatar, maybe I could bring a place I knew. A world where people were happier back.
I trust him, obviously.
We will open our village to our guests for 48 hours.
You got 2 days, baby.
It's a big responsibility, all these people's lives in your hands. Personally, I take that responsibility very seriously. I'm the guardian of my village, too, so.
You.
He's flirting.
That is, I have to save the world first.
Yep.
Katara, how does it go again? I'm protecting Aang, so I'm protecting the village? Or... Hey,
I'm not just a warrior. I'm a Kyoshi warrior.
Yeah. She's way cooler than you.
Prince Zuko, what an honor to welcome actual royalty to our humble base. What can I do for the crown prince?
As I was saying,
Please, excuse my nephew.
We don't get many VIP visitors around here, much less the famed Dragon of the West.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
If you wouldn't mind giving me until the morning, I'm sure we can track down what you need.
Very kind.
That's such a
Commander
long
Zhao.
time.
Commander Zhao, at your service.
Figured that was Commander Zhao. Commander Zhao's a dick.
someone needs to put a bell on you.
There's food in the village hall.
She's very observant. That's her go-to. Making a ball.
You're a real waterbender, Katara.
You know, you should be practicing too.
You should, yeah.
The Avatar needs to master all 4 elements.
Maybe later.
Avoiding practice doesn't mean you'll avoid the responsibility.
I know.
This was always the most annoying part of the original cartoon as well, is Aang's like reluctance to practice and train, and it's understandable, but still it was annoying.
Or you could just let me use you for target practice. Gotta admit, he has a way with people. He knows how to connect, to get through to people like he did last night.
I mean, he's playing with children. It's very easy.
We've avoided a lot of things by living the way we do.
Yeah, like boning.
Be that as it may, we've
She's like, I
stayed
want a
safe.
man in my life now.
If Zuko's looking to us for information, it means he thinks he's still in the area. Gather any reports of unusual sightings in the last few days, anything out of the ordinary, no matter how small, and do it fast.
Sir.
Zhao's a smart guy.
Oh.
She is
Seriously?
sneaky.
Bell, think about it. Made it myself.
That's some solid craftsmanship. Yeah, she's way cooler than you.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Us Southern Water Tribe warriors are known more for our hand-to-hand fighting in the woods. Oh, right now?
This is her way of flirting.
Okay.
That's cheating. He was stretching. She's like, what did I do wrong? This is how she normally interacts with people. She thought that was the correct way to do things.
Only justice will bring peace.
I never wanted to fight.
Yo, Kyoshi was cold-blooded.
Back home, the other kids used to say I was lucky because I never really had to train. But I did have to train. But to keep them under control. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was like, damn, you just killed those kids.
What if I never learn how to control my power? How many people will I hurt?
But imagine what'll happen if you don't even try.
Yeah, that's one reason why he doesn't want to practice waterbending. He's afraid if he loses control, it's just one more element to kill people with.
Xiao's boat. It's gone.
Xiao? He heard something about a flying cow near Kyoshi Island, so he set sail at dawn.
Wow, that guy's very well informed. He's like, teach me, sensei. Oh! Gotta get low, brother. Really dig deep into that squat. This is very intimate. You guys should kiss. Smooch. Do a little smoochy smooch. You guys are 18, right?
Avatar Kyoshi, help me.
Aang?
Yo. Let's go, Kyoshi.
There were times I thought I'd never find the Avatar.
Yeah?
But it's almost worse now that I know he's close. Because now the chance to go home is real.
Yeah, now you have hope. Wow, you guys are...
I think I'm getting the hang of it.
You guys are just so sexual. You can cut the tension with a knife. Kiss. Let's go. It's gonna get interrupted. Yep.
The bell.
Warriors. Yo, she's so fine. The Suki actor is gorgeous.
You won't mind if we take a look ourselves?
I expected as much.
Oh, okay, so we're fighting. Oh, hey. Aang, we gotta go, dude.
What if I hurt someone along the way?
Guaranteed you will.
And how many have already been hurt because you haven't been here? Run away from your responsibilities again, and even more will be hurt.
Yeah?
You asked me what it means to be the Avatar. It means being a warrior.
Yeah, if he fails, the waterbenders are done. Nice, Suki. Oh, Momo, the goat. Yes, what a team. Okay. Okay, Sokka.
What if I do what you say and it all just becomes worse?
It will. Your very presence in this world will make things worse.
And then it'll get better. Yeah. Just throw lots of water at them. Firebenders have it on easy mode, bro. Damn, she watched her mom get cooked. damn. Is this basically Aang, but like she's in control? Oh damn, like the Human Torch. Let's go, Kyoshi. About to pop the fuck off. This is insane.
Back to the ship!
Yeah, Kyoshi's kind of the GOAT, honestly. Suki's like, let's fucking go. Yes, indeed.
Listen, I wish we had more time.
I do too.
You will meet again. And it'll be great.
For bringing the world to me.
Let's go. I wish I was Sokka right now. She's so fine. We will see you again someday, Suki. I much prefer you to the girl that turns into the moon.
All right, north it is then. We just gotta get there before the firebenders catch up to us.
Easy peasy.
We have me, Tara, and a flying ball of fur. What more do you need?
Momo. You also need Momo.
If your highness had been more forthcoming earlier, we might have avoided this misunderstanding. I hope we can put this behind us.
Of course, Commander.
Yeah. It's a great idea to insinuate that the prince did something wrong.
To your supreme eminence, the great flame of the world, I have news for you of a critical nature.
The Avatar has returned.
Yep, for sure, no doubt. No doubt. Ooh, okay. I liked that episode a lot better than the first one. Okay, yeah, like I said, I think that episode was much better than the first one. I think the first one had a lot of, like, information dumping that was necessary, and it didn't quite, like, the pacing of it didn't quite translate super well, especially with some of, like, the way a lot of the dialogue was delivered in the first one just felt very stilted, very awkward. I enjoyed this one way more. even with some of the like artistic changes that they went with. I think the biggest one I noticed right off the bat, and there was tons of articles about this that like before the show came out, was the removal of like Sokka's sexism in this. It was interesting development, right? Because like in the animated show, like, you know, he's like, oh, girls being warriors, like it's just kind of like a baffling concept to him, that there's like this tribe of warrior women, and he thinks it's kind of absurd until they kind of put him on his ass and show him what's what, and he really is like forced to be shown that like women are capable, women are strong, and not only are they like as capable as men and as capable as him, but they are far, like these particular women are far more capable than he could hope to be, right? They're absolute badasses. And I really enjoyed that part of the cartoon. I'm a little bummed that it is missing from this iteration, but I still enjoyed I still enjoyed the route that they went, right? Like this one they chose to go more of like, you know, Sokka's just kind of like mesmerized by this warrior from the beginning and just has like an admiration for her immediately. Like he has a crush on her. He already thinks that she's like incredible and powerful and like wants to bond over being warriors. And I like that route, but I think I like the original route better. So that's one area that I'm disappointed. Again, it's not like a situation where I'm like, wow, I can't believe they did that. This pisses me out. Like some people, I saw some people online, you know, when they initially suggested that they were going to tone down Sokka's sexism, I saw a lot of people really upset because to an extent that is like a big thing in Sokka's story and kind of shapes who he becomes in the series. And I think going this route does remove a lot of the arc that Sokka goes on, right? That is a big arc for Sokka is you know, he becomes a better person because of these things. They're kind of just like not like starting him at the end of his arc, so to speak, but kind of, right? Like they're starting him as like a good person and like a good dude that like doesn't have those flaws. And his real only like flaw up to this point has been that he doesn't want to go on this mission. He's like, I want to go home. And it's interesting. It's an interesting choice because, you know, I mean, you could say that there were multiple arcs that Sokka was going on through the animated show of like wanting to be the protector of his village, you know, wanting to live up to his dad's image, things like that. And then also, you know, becoming a not sexist individual and and having a growing admiration for like strong women. It's an interesting choice to remove that, and I don't hate it, but I don't love it. You know, I'm kind of it's one of those changes that I'm not like super upset about. I think the reason I'm not upset about it is because just the dynamic between him and Suki worked really well for me in this episode. And that's partly because just I'm a huge fan of Suki from the animated show. I thought she was so cool in the animated show, and I vastly prefer her to Sokka's other love interest that I assume we will see towards the end of this season. The princess of the Northern Water Tribe who turns into the moon. You know, I vastly prefer Suki over her, and I wish we would have gotten more Suki in the animated show, and I wish we would get her more in this. I was looking at the cast list just to like see who plays her, because I was like, damn. honestly, full transparency, the reason I looked up the cast list is because I was like, damn, whoever is playing Suki is gorgeous. Like, she is stunning. And then I had a thought. I was like, actually, hold on. I need to make sure this person's not a child. Because some of these actors are young actors. And so I was like, I need to check. Thankfully, the actress that plays Suki is like 25. So we're Gucci. But when I did look her up, I saw that she's only in one episode of the show, which is a huge bummer. I thought she was great, very endearing, very charismatic right away, and like just her warrior presence I thought was super cool. That's one thing I wish we would see more of is Suki. She's fantastic. Other than that, like the main I feel like the main bulk of this episode was Aang just like not wanting to go on this journey, right? Like they took some elements from episode 1 and kind of shifted them into episode 2. I mean, that was kind of like a throughout the story thing in the animated shows, like Aang constantly was running away from their responsibility and avoiding doing training, avoiding doing all these things because he just like he didn't want to be this person. Like the responsibility was a lot, but then he also recognizes that like becoming the Avatar means he's probably gonna have to hurt a lot of people, especially when it comes to like saving the world. Like he's gonna have to make that decision to hurt people. And I mean, even towards the end of the original show, he's like towards the very, very end, he's still like dreading the possibility of having to kill the Fire Lord. And it, you know, he finds a way around it, but it's just like that was one of the things that annoyed me during the animated show. Is I was like, yo, okay, and like I get you're a 12-year-old and the idea of hurting people is not the most fun idea, but at the same time, like you got to like accept your role in this situation, and you have to be willing to like hurt people. You have to be willing to do what's necessary, otherwise more people will get hurt. And that was like the main thing that like Kyoshi was saying. She's like, yeah, like you're gonna have to hurt people, but you know, so many people have already been hurt because you were gone, right? You ran away from your responsibilities and were trapped for not 1,000, 100 years, and so many people were hurt in your absence. And if you don't take responsibility and you don't, you know, do the things that are necessary, even more people will get hurt. And Aang is like, you know, what if I make things worse? And she's like, you will. Like that's a given. Like people on both sides of this fight, now that they know that the Avatar is back, are gonna fight harder. Like it's not gonna be status quo anymore. You're reigniting a war essentially, and you have to accept that, and you have to be willing to play your role in this fight. And I think Aang is still just on the path of like he doesn't want to do it. Like he hates that responsibility and doesn't want that to be, you know, his role in the situation. But and he's like, I don't even know like what that looks like for me. And she's like, you want to see what it looks like? I'm about to pop the fuck off. Like I'll show you what it looks like to be the Avatar. And it was super dope. Like I thought that sequence was really cool, where Kyoshi just like a bomb into the middle of that village and just shows you like not even like doing anything crazy, just like wielding all four elements at once. She's creating a basic tornado. Right? Stuff Aang already knows how to do with like wind tornadoes and stuff. She's like, I'm gonna just show you what it looks like if we incorporate 2 more elements into this. Like she didn't even, did she incorporate earth into that, or was it just like air, water, and fire? I mean, she might have done a little bit of earth in there, but she's like, I'm gonna just show you real quick, like basic demonstration of the Avatar state, and just like wrecks house for like 2 minutes, and then everyone runs away, and it's back to Aang. And I thought that was really cool. I especially liked that it, like visually to everybody else, it was Avatar Kyoshi, even though it was like physically Aang doing it. Like everybody there, including the audience, sees Avatar Kyoshi, and I liked that. I thought it was super cool. Like even Sokka and Katara see Avatar Kyoshi, so that was really cool. I also enjoyed the kid who plays Zuko and Uncle Iroh. I think they're honestly the best parts of the show. Other than Suki in this episode, I think they are hands down like the most spot on casting. Weirdly, Aang's casting is still a little iffy for me. Like I'm not quite seeing it yet, but hopefully we get more. But Zuko and Uncle Iroh, fantastic. Although there's the one line delivery early in the episode was so out there. Like question. I have a question, and hopefully this doesn't sound insensitive or weird, but is the actor that plays Zuko, what is it, Dallas Liu or something? Is he gay? I feel like I've seen some like behind the scenes or like cast interviews and stuff, and he's given off a little bit of a vibe in those, and then just the Just the line delivery of this where he's like, he ran! I was like, oh. Like this, maybe I am super wrong. And if I'm super wrong, I apologize. But like, purely that line delivery alone is like, oh, I'm pretty confident that this actor might be gay. And that's not, and obviously it's not a bad thing. Okay, I want to make that clear. That's not a bad thing at all. It's just kind of an interesting observation that that one line delivery alone was so interesting. And it's also like interesting, like, not that, like, I don't hate that line delivery. I think it's fun. But at the same time, as the director of this episode, how do you see that line delivery and be like, that's the one, that's the correct line delivery for this situation? It just, like, it didn't make, like, the line delivery itself is so tonally different than the rest of that entire scene and the rest of what the actor puts forward as Zuko, that how as the director and editor of this episode, how do you look at that and be like, that's the correct unless you know ahead of time that that line delivery is gonna be a meme and just like is gonna be a standout moment that people will, you know, clip out. Like, I don't know how you make the choice to keep that line delivery in. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like unnecessarily harping on a line delivery. Again, the line delivery itself was not like poorly acted or anything. It was just like so tonally different than the rest of that scene. So I don't know. What else? Oh, good. It was cool to see Zhao in this episode. He, for those, well, not for those unaware, everyone's seen it. Everyone has either completed the show or has seen the original show. Zhao's a dick. Like, having Zhao in the show is, well, obviously he was going to be in the show. He plays a huge part in the first season. He is, you know, an intimidating character. He plays the villain role very well. And I think, based on the vibe we're getting right now, he's going to do the same in this live action version. And I'm excited to see this actor's portrayal. I think he's pretty solid so far. And his character obviously is going to play a huge part over the remaining, you know, arc of the season. So I'm curious to see how the rest of the show develops. But I think that's all I have to say about this episode. Again, I liked it a lot more than episode 1, like substantially more. I thought episode 1 was just okay. Like, I would rank out of 10, I'd give episode 1 like a 6. It was just okay. This episode I'd give like an 8.5. I thought it was really solid. Hopefully the rest of the show can maintain this level of quality, because I really enjoyed this episode. But that is all I have to say about this one. Definitely let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. I'm very curious to see what you guys think. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me, helps my channel grow. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider either supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.